Hello.
It's the 24th of May and we're at Loch Doon campsite right next to Loch Doon in East Ayrshire.
Is that what it is? I've lost track of where we are, to be honest. Yeah, it's been a bit of a grim day, if we're going to be totally honest. It's been raining virtually since we got here. We're only here for the night, so we'll show you as much as we can, and then the rest of the video will be where we are tomorrow. We're moving on now. We're virtually at the end of the holiday. It's 2 weeks ago today that we started the tour, and we'll be home on Monday. So we've got 3 more nights, one here, one at the next location, and then one at the final location. So they will all be in this video. Stay tuned. We'll try and do something with it, won't we?
Yep, yep.
All right, so this is Loch Doon, and it is a lovely location, as Heather said. You can just about see over there where there is a bit of daylight. It's looking good. The access road is very small. There are a lot of passing places, but it's about 3 miles off the main road down to the site, and you can see the site up there. Now it is absolutely pouring down again. Oh, I'm so jolly and happy, I love it. Not really. So there's a little bit of a walk down to Ness Glen, where you can apparently see a waterfall and just general woodland walk. We're going to have a go, but the rain is against us on this one. We sort of were supposed to be going that way, I think, but it doesn't look like we are now. To justify getting soaking wet, I'm determined to find something to look at. We figure high ground is probably safer. There's a great path through the woods, and it's all, you know, well, paved well, but you've got to be careful on a wet day like this, and there's no doubt it is spoiling it a bit, but you know, you can only sit in the van so long before you realise you've got to go and do something. No, see, everywhere we're going is yeah.
I mean, I can see more wood up there.
Yeah.
The problem that you've got is that without the rain, the water and that wouldn't be as
spectacular.
But with it,
yeah.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, I mean, you'd get over it, but
yeah, you've got to get back as well.
Oh well.
Like you say, there's more going up that
yeah.
way.
I think we'll call it quits and just head back. At least we've got outside. So there is a bit of a dam over the loch, and this also forms the bridge to get into the site. The only place for miles from the campsite is this little cafe cum osprey viewing centre. The town itself, nearest town, is 5 miles away, and like I say, it's a 3 mile drive down to the site.
Hello.
I don't know how she laughs, you know, we are definitely yin and yang. All I get is fed up with weather like this. She just laughs it off, which we balance each other out, I guess. And I suppose to a degree YouTube does help, because to be quite honest, if it wasn't for wanting to vlog this stuff as our memories, I wouldn't have gone out the van today. We're all absolutely soaking wet, but hey, what can you do?
It's only a bit of water.
Here we go then. This is Loch Doon Caravan and Camping Park. Up the top, that green hut is the reception when you get here. There are 50 hard standing pitches, all got electric. It's on about 2 or 3 levels, and obviously the bottom ones are the ones to have, I guess, if you want to be close to the loch. It's 18 quid a night, currently in May 2024, and there are toilets and showers in this green building coming up. See, it's a newly built toilet and shower block. And there's the pitch. And that's the view from the pitch. Not a bad view.
Hello.
Morning.
It's the 25th of May and we're just about to leave Loch Doon campsite and head into Castle Douglas for a bit of a look around there before our final destination in Scotland, which is Gretna Green. Don't worry, we're not doing anything silly there.
We're not. Well, you can if you like. Yeah, we will show you a little bit of the route back out of the campsite while we're driving off, and then we'll pick you up in the next location.
Yep. This is the road that we walked down yesterday in the rain. And it's not raining today.
This is our first place we've had midges for the whole 2 weeks as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Last night was an itchy midge fest when I took Poppy out, and then we chased a few out of the van before we went to bed. No matter what you do, you can't get rid of them.
So this is the road that you come in and out on, but there's lots of passing places. The one thing that I like about Scotland,
In fact, to prove a point.
yeah, is that there are plenty of passing places. They're well signed. Let's say some beautiful scenery.
Right, we're going right.
Yes. So we're getting back on the A713. Which is going to take us down to Castle Douglas.
So we've arrived in Castle Douglas just for a quick look round. We've parked the van at the top in this small car park and walked straight down the high street. There's a little lock at the end called Carling Walk Loch, and we're just going to get some rolls and make a sandwich up before we get on to tonight's park up. Welcome to no man's land.
Or no woman's land.
Exactly. We are on the bridge over the Scotland-England border. Behind us is England. In front of us is Scotland. 2 weeks ago today we drove over this bridge into Scotland and saw the sign, Scotland welcomes you. Tomorrow we're going to drive over this bridge back into England and into Cumbria, and that will be our last night of the holiday. Boo! So yeah, I mean, don't quote me on it. You don't come here for facts, as you know. But I'm guessing that the river is your actual border between England, where I am now, and Scotland just over the other side of the river. So you can probably see on this old picture here, the bridge would have once had Scotland and England painted on it, and that's that house there is now a hotel. So this is the first house in Scotland, depending on which border you cross, I guess. It's a busy road though, if you're doing silly YouTube. See ya. The lovely man on the bike took a photo for us. So we started in Dumfries and Galloway, and we're ending in Dumfries and Galloway, certainly for the Scottish part of the tour.
So we're heading for our last beer in Scotland for a while, and we'll come to the Gretna Inn.
Here's tonight's stop. It's an Air. It used to be a bed and breakfast years ago, but now it's a motorhome Air. 6 vans maximum. So we've got a couple of concrete pad ones there, there, and then you've got one in front of the house. You've got sticks ones there, and then we're round the back. There is an Elson, and a little bit of grass you can take your dog on. It's not a walk, it's just a little place you can take the dog for a wee. Grey waste disposal there, water there, and then we're just on that bit.
Morning.
Good morning.
It's Sunday the 26th and we're at Gretna Green.
We are. We thought we couldn't come to Gretna itself and not walk about a mile into Gretna Green. We're at the old famous blacksmith's shop. Don't worry, we're not going to get married. We've both had a go at that before a couple of times. It's not for me. But we have been here before. 2 or 3 years ago we popped in here just for a nosy around, but we thought even though we've been before, we'd just come for another look round. Why not? This is our last full day of the holiday, and this is the last morning in Scotland. We will be moving on around midday back into England, and we've got a pub stop over tonight, and then it's back to reality tomorrow.
Oops, there goes gravity.
Correct. My co-host Eminem here. Yeah, back to reality tomorrow. We'll get back to home in the morning, unpack the van, and then it's work on Tuesday. Boo!
I'm more a minstrel's girl than M&M's.
Minstrels than M&M's. Very good. It's far too early for me. We'll pick you up later. The big thistle's still here, look. And speaking of thorn in my side, here's Heather. We have woken up to a lovely morning. It absolutely teamed it down in the night though. Poured it down, it did. So we thought we'd get out early and at least have a little walk around before we're probably stuck in the van for most of the day. Looking at the weather radar anyway.
Yeah, it looks like it's forecast more rain, unfortunately.
Yeah. You can barely see this this wall. Last time we came here said the word love on it. You can just about make it out now, but there's that many padlocks on it and yeah, you can't really read it now.
Put padlocks behind it now.
Yeah, they have, yeah. We don't have a padlock on here. I've normally just got a ball and chain around my ankle that did I make that stupid joke last time? I'm a one joke pony. Here we go then. Sadly Heather's not here, or else I could have asked her something. Yep, what's for breakfast?
Hello?
Hello, are you in? Go on, start again. I love that laugh.
Hello!
Hello!
Why don't you like my laughing?
Takes 10 goes, this does. Take 7. We've made it to our stopover for tonight. We're at the... Do you know what? I'm leaving it in. We're at the Old Stone Trough in... Where is it?
Kelbrook.
Kelbrook. In Lancashire, I think.
Yep.
Yeah. It's a pub stopover. And
with a bit of a difference.
Yeah, we've found some famous YouTubers, look. What was that? Right, so as you can see, it is just your normal pub stopover. There's a little section at the bottom where they allow vans to park. There's 4 vans here at the moment. We've had an absolute nightmare trip down from Gretna. M6 was closed at one point, so we diverted off. And then there was a road closed on the way. It took us nearly 3 hours to get here. Absolute nightmare. But this pub does look nice. We are looking forward to a good meal in there tonight and a bit of a catch-up. It's been raining most of the way down as well, but never mind. Make the most of the last day.
Cheers! Cheers.
What's obscene? The size of my meat?
Rick, the size of your meat is obscene.
It's the smallest pudding in the world.
Let's have a look at your spotted dick, Dave.
How's it go?
There's only one. Alan Shearer.
Alan Shearer? Me? What am I?
Alan Shearer, there's only one.
I'm the gift.
The gift that keeps on giving.
You knows it.
You like that, don't you?
I do. I like that to be on my tombstone. Oh dear. One Jimmy King. Right, so good morning from the old stone trough. One of the things about this site, it's 15 quid a night to park overnight, but for that you get free breakfast. So in effect, it's a free stopover, isn't it? Although they obviously think that you are going to eat in the pub, and we did. It was a fantastic meal. You don't have to. So bear that in mind.
Free rain as well.
Yeah, you get free rate. Oh God, it nailed it down in the night. It is our last morning. We'll be heading off as soon as we've had this breakfast. And we'll pick you up then. Right, we're just about ready to leave the old stone trough now, and it's the end of our holiday. This is it. We're just going to say goodbye to David and Rachel from Leisure Bit, and then we're off home. Pick us up at home for the ending, where we'll give you details of what the costs have been of the holiday, how many miles we've done, etc, etc, if you're interested in that type of stuff. Right, as promised, we're back from the holiday now, and we're going to run through a few of the figures and the mileage and stuff that we did while we were away. During this, I'll put a graphic on the screen of a rough outline of the route that we did. It's not exactly precise because I could only put 10 points in when I planned it out and screenshotted it. But if you've been watching the whole series, you'll notice that on every video there's been a localised route that we followed for that day. So over to Heather now for a rough version of the costs.
Okay, so we actually took 1,296 miles to do our trip, and we used around £310 of fuel. That's just a sort of an estimate based on what we spent on the fuel. We had 17 nights away, and basically we had 5 nights of those on official campsites, a few on DAs, a few on airs, and then 3 nights actually pub stopovers. What we've done is we've averaged it out that the pub stopovers would have just been an air price. We took out the food price, which basically meant that it was around £15 a night on average. That took into the Inverness one, which was £72 for the 2 nights. So had that one been a little bit cheaper, obviously the average would have been better.
Yeah.
But the average of £15 a night is really, really good. Well, we think so. We're sort of happy with that.
Yeah, I think the cheapest one was obviously the free night that we did.
Yeah. And then the Montrose. Was
£7 quid. The most expensive, as I said, is the campsites. But on average, most of the airs were 10 quid anyway, weren't they?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
So and like Heather said, we filtered out the food because on a pub stopover, we'd have food anyway. We planned to go out 2 or 3 times. We just did it at a pub, so we filtered that out as a rough cost. So yeah, that was roughly the costs of the holiday. Highlights of the holiday for you, which were your favourite places?
Okay, I absolutely loved Fort Augustus.
Yeah.
The location of where the air was spot on. It was lovely to walk around Fort Augustus, getting there, and it was busy because it was sunny, but being able to have a look around the following morning when it wasn't as busy, really did love that. And then Inverness was great.
Yeah, I liked Inverness. I was going to pick that as one of my favourites. Obviously, it was my birthday, slightly biased, as you know. I occasionally like a drink for medicinal purposes, and that Black Isle bar that we went in with, I think there was 27 different beers, was great. Obviously, the bonus of having a car show that we didn't know about, with me liking cars, with my other channel being a car channel, was great. So yeah, Inverness was good.
The campsite price sort of made.
Yeah, the
camp. The problem was that we wanted to be somewhere which was, different places that we could see, we could go to, and this sort of thing.
We needed a laundrette as well,
and we needed the laundrette. And like I say, the biggest problem that you'll get is that if you want to be within walking distance, just a couple of miles of looking round places,
the price goes up.
The price goes up. So I mean, for 2 nights it wasn't a ridiculous price. We paid more.
I think the problem was you had to have electric, and we didn't. We found during this whole fortnight away, taking the power bank with us, we just didn't need electric because it coped easily, and topping it up with the solar worked. So yeah, it was really good. Other highlight, pick another one.
Cullen. You
liked Cullen. I liked it.
We definitely want to go back there. We weren't there long enough.
We weren't there long enough. That air was great. I think the only downside is it was a bit grey, but I'm sure in the right weather it would be great. But it was still a fantastic stopover, that. And I would say for me, what else did I like? I mentioned one to you that really stood out. Oh, Bridge of Allen. I know when we went to Stirling the first day, it was just rained off. So we did all that walking around Stirling to the Wallace Monument, the castle, etc., etc., and then spent the afternoon in the Bridge of Allen in that microbrewery.
Allen Water.
Yeah, Allen Water Brewery. I mean, again, purely medicinal purposes, but the beer, the company, the landlord, it was a fantastic place, and we would really like to go back there.
Yep.
And as I said on the video, hello Douglas, if you ever see this, fantastic host. Thanks for the lift back to the van. Yeah, it was great.
And I must say that our last night, which was a bit of a surprise, we didn't bump into.
We didn't bump into them. When we were with David, Rachel, and Debs and Trev at Hooby a few weeks ago, we mentioned our last night would be at the Old Stone Trough, and David and Rachel took that on board and surprised us. That was a really fun night.
But a few people have mentioned it, and we're so glad that we went.
Yeah,
£15 a night for having a breakfast. Breakfast thrown in the following morning is.
In fact, that's obviously that's this video that you're watching now.
Oh yeah, of course it is. Yeah, so, yeah. So, but it's. I mean, there's nothing much round it.
No, but it was like I say, it was a great end to the holiday.
Yeah, and well worth a stopover. And you loved your all meat.
Yeah. I went mad.
What was it?
It was a mixed grill, a full mixed grill.
No.
Anyway, we're going to wrap this one up here. This tour will have ran for about 8 weeks consecutively on a Sunday, and you'll have seen other videos in between. So if you followed the series, that's great. Thank you very much for that. There will be a total playlist if you've happened to find this for the last one. There is a playlist as well for the whole 8 videos. We're obviously going to continue the year now, normal weekend camping, and then we have got a bit of a long tour away again. Long for us anyway, obviously, as we say, we're full-time workers. I think we've got 9 or 10 nights away in Wales later on in the year. And so there'll be videos every week as per normal. And if you have enjoyed, as I like to say on every video now, do what it says on the screen and we'd be most appreciative. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you on another one. Bye.
Bye.
Say bye, Pops.
Scotland, we will be back.
Yeah, we loved it. Bye.
Bye.